I noticed my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, having some changes. Her hair was falling out, she was dropping weight, she wasn't going to school. She was just having a lot of issues that I felt were of concern. My little sister called me because she was close to my daughter, and she proceeds to tell me that my daughter had been sexually abused by her father for many years. My 13-year-old son was in Texas with his grandparents visiting. And so we wanted to take a little bit of time to just deal with my daughter. And about the end of June, he was due to come home of 2005. So I knew I had to tell him. So we talked, and he said, "Mom, I got something to tell you." I said, "It was me too." And I also have an older son, so I thought I need to talk to him. Sure enough, it was all three of them. The trauma was setting in, the shock was kind of dying off, and more the trauma. What do we do now? We lost our home, lost my car, was a stay-at-home mom, so it was like I had nothing. With my son, he dropped out of school in 9th grade, was non-functioning, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, was probably about 90 pounds. I was desperate. A friend of mine advised me to call Tulsa Boys Home, which I did, hoping maybe they could do some more intensive inpatient for him. They had a 2-year waiting list, and I lost it. I broke down on the phone and was crying to the lady saying, "What am I going to do? He can't wait 2 years. You know, what's going to happen in 2 years?" And she told me about Wraparound Tulsa. It's desperation that I found Wraparound.
I was a natural support in my family's, team while they were in Wraparound. We were getting calls every day about my brother's behavior. There were always reports every time she would pick him up, he did this, he hit someone, he slapped someone. When he started school, the same story. And that's, when they actually referred us to the agency, and, someone contacted my mom, and a meeting was, scheduled for the process or to introduce services.
I see families that come in here initially because they're child welfare cases. I see families then that graduate into the delinquency system. I see them always involved with the mental health issues. And they touch those areas in our courts because of the mental health and/or substance abuse issues. They have multitudes of executive agencies that they work with. They have law enforcement involved, they have different court attorneys, they have different case managers, they have every step of the way something's different, something's new, something's confusing. What the systems of care for those children who are able to utilize a wraparound service, what that all provides is the community team being able to come in and address that family with continuity no matter what area of the court system they fall into. You cannot isolate a child and treat that child in a vacuum. You have to pull that family in. It is the dynamic of that family with that child that creates the system that heals. They're always there to help empower the family, and that's what makes it work.
The support that they could give me, not only my family, but me specifically, to help me figure out how to kind of put the pieces back together after this, was invaluable. With the process, I remember the family story, which is, your strengths, needs, culture, discovery, and them just getting to know us and learning about what was important to us, important family traditions. As our family improved and things changed, we'd update it. So the story I have today is a story of success and not just the story of trauma, which I think is huge.
We learned that we needed to be not just positive, but to think about what it was that was negative at that certain circumstance, but to see also the positive and see what the strength was behind it and build on that. Our family support provider was really creative to where he made them both feel comfortable. It made me feel comfortable, and he had tons of ideas. He had a lot of things. He had many resources. So we didn't even know about these resources.
It works. It just works.
Through the whole process, we've learned to self-advocate, and he's still learning that. He's learning to speak for himself. He's also learning that there is help out there, that just because you are given a diagnosis or a name that they want to call does not mean it's the end of the world, that he actually can get a job and be a productive citizen.
Today he is enrolled in the National Guard, and they will put him through their GED program, and he will go into basic in August. And Wraparound made that possible. They helped me rebuild my family. After being a part of Wraparound, I had an incredible opportunity to be able to give back and to share with others and work for Wraparound.
Our family support provider said that, he said, you know what, because you're a strong advocate, I can totally see you in front of a crowd. He said, I could definitely see you helping others. And he said, and the other thing is that there is a big field out there of families that are going through the exact same thing you guys are going through. After giving some thought, I went ahead, applied, and so I became a family support provider for Wraparound Services.
They saved my family, they really did. They really did.